Today we are going to talk about how to blast out those wintertime bugs. So there's lots of viruses floating around right now, coughs, colds. We're still in cold and flu season. This winter has been up and down with temperatures. So as a result of that, these viruses like to kind of hang around and they don't get fully killed. So there's lots of things going around my kids' school right now, lots of things going around everywhere. If you're in Southern Ontario like I am, we are still in cold and flu season. So hopefully I'm going to give you some tips on ways that we can boost and support our immune system using lots of just normal remedies that we have in our home, as well as some other products that I have found extremely useful. So there are some things that are pretty basic, common knowledge, right? Make sure that you are practicing a strict hand washing routine in your home. If you have children and they're coming home from school, who knows what kind of plethora of germs they are bringing home with them. So my kids go straight to the kitchen sink and they are washing with their On Guard foaming hand soap, getting all those germs off their hands. Also, another really important thing is to make sure that we are eating a well-balanced diet. So we want to be eating foods with a rainbow of colors, lots of leafy greens, lots of different colors of the rainbow. The higher or the deeper the color, the higher they are in nutrients. So making sure we're eating a well-balanced diet, avoiding sugar. That is another one that I didn't really learn until later on in my motherhood. Is sugar suppresses the immune system. So the worst thing we can do for our kids when they are home and they're sick or they're feeling tired or sluggish and they're maybe coming down with something, the worst thing you can do is give them sugar or products that contain sugar. We also want to make sure we're staying well hydrated. When we are hydrated, it's our blood that carries the nutrients to the brain. So when we're well hydrated, it's a lot easier for the blood to be flowing and for it to be pumping in our brain and all throughout our body. So some of the vitamins and minerals that you might want to do some more research on and find out which foods are high in these vitamins and minerals would be vitamin A, which is amazing for gut health, vitamin D, which is great for the immune system. And the farther away you live from the equator, the more vitamin D you should be taking. We also love to see a good amount of vitamin C, which we know is amazing for the immune system. And it's one of the few vitamins that our body does not produce naturally, so we have to get our vitamin C from the foods that we consume. We also like to make sure we're having foods that are rich in iodine, which is great for your brain health, and zinc, which is amazing for your skin and also for the digestive system. So if you are not taking a good high quality multivitamin, I would suggest that you do so, especially because in this day and age, no matter how good we think we're eating, our foods are still reduced in nutrients because of GMOs and pesticides and just the changes in our food over the last number of years. Probiotics are also really, really important for gut health. We really want to make sure that we have a good balance between good bacteria and bad bacteria in the gut. And probiotics are especially important if you have had a round of antibiotics within the last few months. You're going to want to build your gut health back up with some good probiotics. Elderberry syrup is actually another really amazing thing. They've done studies on the elderberry syrup and how it can relieve the symptoms of cold and flu and how it can also shorten the duration of your colds and flus. And this is one that I like. It's the Suro brand. This is organic elderberry syrup in a capsule. And I just got this on well.ca and I think I paid like $25 for a bottle of 60 capsules. So we all take one in the morning just through cold and flu season just to keep us healthy. I'm just trying to read the ingredients here. It says it's 500 milligrams of organic freeze-dried elderberries. So it's equivalent to 2,500 milligrams of fresh elderberries. So that's pretty potent stuff. And adults take 2 capsules. That would be, okay, it says 2 capsules 1 to 4 times a day. That is if you are struggling with a cough or cold. We just take one every morning. And then if one of us does have a cough or cold, then we up our dosage on that. And you can also get it in liquid form too for those of you who have children who maybe cannot swallow capsules. This one's from Sambucol. It is approved as an NHP product, approved by Health Canada, and it's a syrup form, and it doesn't list in the ingredients that there's sugar in it, It just says the medicinal ingredient is the extract of berries. But do your research and find a good brand that you're comfortable with, that you're comfortable giving your kids through cold and flu season. So those are just a couple of my tips. Oh, getting proper rest is something else that's really important. And sometimes we forget that our bodies do so much growth and so much rejuvenation and repairing of our cells while we're sleeping. So making sure that we're getting proper rest. And then, also in our home, we use essential oils, and some of the best oils that I have found for helping support a healthy immune system is the On Guard blend. This is our protective blend. It contains cleansing oils like wild orange and eucalyptus. And then it also has really powerful antioxidant oils in it as well, like clove oil and cinnamon oil. And clove is actually pretty amazing. If you look up clove on PubMed and do some research studies on clove, it's actually rates extremely high on the ORAC score, which means it is super, super high in antioxidant properties. And there was actually a study done that clove oil can effectively kill off the MRSA bacteria, which is an antibiotic resistant bacteria that runs rampant in hospitals and old age homes and can be quite dangerous. So that's MRSA, some people call it MRSA. Clove oil is very effective. So if you're taking On Guard, you can use this one internally, a drop under your tongue or in a glass of water and gargle with it and swallow it. You can also use it topically or aromatically. So you can make a diluted roller bottle and put this on the bottoms of your feet daily or roll it up and down your spine and it will be just as effective, and you can also diffuse it. So I like to put in our son's diffuser, the one who has a weakened immune system and a cardiac condition, we do 2 drops of On Guard and also 2 drops of Easy Air. Now, Easy Air is our respiratory blend, and it contains oils that are amazing for keeping the airways open and just building a really strong respiratory system. So oils like lemon and peppermint and eucalyptus and cardamom, and that's all I can think of right now, but they're all amazing oils for respiratory support. So this is also another one that you may want to have in your house if you struggle with stuffy noses or congestion or a cough or a tickle, or even if you snore. This is an amazing one as well. So I like to use both of these in conjunction with each other, On Guard and Easy Air. Those are staples in our home. Those are the first 2 oils I ever bought from doTERRA, and by far my favorite oils just because of how they've really helped keep us healthy through cold and flu season. I also like to have, I don't have my roller with me. I have some rollers here. Like this is a belly blend roller, which we use whenever somebody has an upset stomach or they've caught a bug, which is causing them to, go to the bathroom or, just be really sick to the stomach. So this is a blend of Zengest digestive blend and some wild orange. But going back to the flu balm that I use, I make a roller bottle, so you can buy these rollers from doTERRA and they have a ball on the top, and this is a great way to use your oils topically, especially if you're going to be using them daily and if you're going to be using them several times a day. So my flu balm, I spell it Floot. The T is silent, so it says flute, but our T is silent, so that's why we call it a flu balm. And I spell it that way so that you can remember the oils that are inside the flu balm. So the oils that are inside the flu balm are frankincense, so F is for frankincense, L is for lemon, and then we have O is for On Guard, that's our protective blend. The next O is for oregano, which is powerful antiviral, antibacterial properties. And then the T is for tea tree, which again, same thing, antiviral, antibacterial, just all around immune support, great for coughs and colds. So those 5 oils together, I think I do about 5 drops of frankincense, 10 drops lemon, 10 drops On Guard, 5 oregano, 5 tea tree. That would be my blend for children. And I take the roller bottle, I put those drops in, so 5, 10, 10, 5, and 5. So you have a total of 35 drops of essential oil, and then I top the rest up with a carrier oil. I like to use fractionated coconut oil, which is a liquid form of coconut oil. It does not solidify at room temperature like virgin coconut oil will, so your roller bottle is always liquid. And with those 5 powerful oils in here, we roll this on the bottoms of our kids' feet, or if we're sick, we use it on our feet a few times a day, depending on how sick they are. If they're really, really sick, I'll set the timer on my stove or on my phone for every 2 hours or every 1.5 hours and just keep using the oils consistently. depending on how sick they are, of course. But if they're, they've just got a little tickle in the back of their throat, they're coming down with something, but they're still perfectly fine to be going to school and just going about their daily activities, I'll just do it once or twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, in the morning before school, when they get home from school, and then again before bed. And 99% of the time, it can prevent us from having to go on antibiotics or from having to grab something over the counter from the pharmacy. So I love having the flu balm. I love having natural tools in my home to be able to take care of my family naturally, and just kind of adding another tool to our toolbox of tools that we need as parents to raise our children. And it's not just for kids. Obviously, we can use these oils for ourselves as well. The great thing is about all of the oils in the flu balm, so the frankincense, lemon, on guard, oregano, and tea tree, you can use all of those oils internally. So if you want to, we have these veggie capsules. Actually, I'm just gonna go grab one right now because I forgot to set it aside. Okay, so you can get these in your doTERRA back office too. You get a big bottle like this. It's like $5.50 for a bottle of 160, and it's a empty vegetable capsule that you would just open up and you would just put your oils in there. So I would probably do 2 drops of those 5 oils that I mentioned. So you have a total of 10 drops in here. You close it up and then you can swallow it like a pill. I like to take it with food because oregano and tea tree are quite strong. If I don't take it with food, I might be kind of burping it up, which is gross, I know, but it's the truth. If you have an upset stomach, you can also use the oils in the flu balm, but then I probably wouldn't take them internally because oregano could be kind of upsetting to the stomach. So then in that case, I would just use them topically in my roller bottle. And then, so that's what we do for any kind of cough or cold or sniffle or sore throat or stuffy nose or gastro bug that's happening. We use the flu balm because that's going to kill those viruses, those bacteria naturally. And I love having these in my home. You can also make, if you have a really deep chesty cough, you can make a natural chest vapor rub. I have a recipe for that. Maybe I'll do another video another time on how to make this chest rub. But the chest rub oils that are in there are frankincense, which is a natural anti-inflammatory, so it just helps to break down inflammation in the bronchioles. We also have tea tree in there, which is great for coughs and colds. Easy Air Respiratory Blend, which we talked about. It's great for supporting the respiratory system. And then we also have rosemary, which is good for respiratory support. And then lemon. Lemon is naturally going to dry up the mucus and secretion. So it's really helpful for coughs and colds. If you have babies and they're struggling with coughs and colds and you're not sure about using the Easy Air or any of the blends that have eucalyptus in them, doTERRA's oils are safe to be using for all ages as long as we practice safe diffusing and as long as we are diluting heavier for babies. However, I would say if your baby is like 12 months or younger, I would use some caution with oils like peppermint and eucalyptus until you know for sure how your child responds. So there has been some research out there stating that eucalyptus and peppermint can irritate immature airways, and although I want to acknowledge that that could be the case, I also want you to know that when we started using these oils with our son, he definitely had immature airways, okay? Like this guy was on the road to not only a heart transplant, but also a lung transplant. And the cardiac team at Sick Kids told us that if we didn't find a way to prevent these constant coughs and colds, he was gonna need a heart and lung transplant. So he had extremely immature airways, very, very, very sensitive. And when we used the Easy Air blend, his body just absolutely flourished. These oils were meant to be for him, and they were an answer to so many of our prayers when we were in a time of hopelessness and helplessness. So if you are concerned about the safety of these oils with your babies, just reach out to me and I'll definitely be able to guide you. There are some other options. For example, you can use frankincense and copaiba and lemon. Those 3 together are going to be amazing for respiratory support in babies and in children with immature airways. And all of those oils are extremely safe. There has been no adverse effects on the respiratory system with those oils at all. So if you have any questions about the information that you've heard today, or if you're just looking for some ways that you can get these oils in your home, I can definitely put a quote together for you so that you know what these oils would cost for you. If you want to know where I get my elderberry syrup and those kinds of things, reach out to me and I can answer any questions you have. Take care, guys.